We are in downtown San Diego, Los Angeles, for an NBA game here tonight, remember. And a very important game for both teams as a whole for San Diego. They already lost the season series, and a capitalization chance for them as a whole for their nation. This is one of the biggest games of the year. Let me explain to you what happens in this situation of this game right here. So let's go here to the league website and let's show you what's going to go down. Los Angeles played last night. They finish off their back-to-back coverage by finishing out this game here right now. And it's important that they finish their back-to-back coverage for many reasons. One being they have to play 4 back-to-backs in the regular season. That's a rule this year that was applied. Now let me explain to you one thing though. Jabari Brown will not start tonight. He is injured and out. He may not play tonight either. They have announced that it could be possible he gets some minutes in the game tonight, but he is still out with a big injury. So it is likely he may not play at all. San Diego, on the other hand, if they lose this game, they are 9-20, just letting you know. So if they lose this game, this is their 30th game right now tonight. If they lose this game, they will be 9-21 in front of Denver and Dallas. Now let me explain to you one thing though. Denver and San Diego are tied in the season series. Whoever wins, Denver beats San Diego in the season series. So Denver needs one more win to capitalize a victory for Denver after a San Diego loss tonight gives Denver a high advantage over the limits of an RBA special. They beat Washington, meaning in normal terms, they beat Washington. They are in the playoffs. Playoff predictions. And if Denver makes it, San Diego swoops out, and then Dallas is right next to San Diego as well then. For the Dallas Sonics, our next game on September 3rd at Oklahoma City, at Seattle, versus LAS and against San Diego once again. So that season series has not been determined yet. For Dallas right now, they are 7-19. They need 2 victories. So does Denver, though. And San Antonio is tied as well. And Dallas beat them in the season series. Remember that. That term we just mentioned right there. Dallas beat them. That factor right there is very important to decide a lot of things. So 2 wins for Dallas, they're in. 2 wins for Denver, they're in. And then San Antonio and San Diego are the teams to fall apart. But remember, Dallas needs to beat San Diego. That's a big game right there. That will probably decide who makes playoffs or not. That will be on September 23rd. The playoffs will now begin a little bit later than we thought. The first round of the RBA playoffs is September 24th. And remember, if it is because the San Diego game is there, and if San Diego loses, they're the 8th seed. If Dallas loses, winner of that game basically is probably going to get the 8th seed. I'm going to be honest with you. There's 2 spots. It's going to be between Denver and Dallas, San Diego, and San Antonio. And let's be real with you. Dallas or San Diego will make it. That meaning they'll either get the 8 or the 7. If they get the 7, they play the next day after that. But based off of that, the formation usually goes 1 versus 8. They have not announced who is first though. Could it be the East that rotates first? Then it's 4 versus 5. Then it's 3 versus 6 after 4 versus 5. And then it's 2 versus 7. That way, 2 versus 7 happens, and then 1 versus 8 the next day. So 2 exciting games right after each other, even though I'm going to be honest with you, all the games are exciting for the playoffs. Vince Locrano, flying higher, soaring lower, and all in what we believe. We will do it. We will succeed. And all of our dreams. That's Locrano, flying higher. And we have one problem. I don't know where all the RV players went. I just can't find Luka Aiton. I found everyone else. It's not Luka Aiton. He's a starter too tonight. I don't know why that happened. I don't know. All right. Are you ready? The guy came, he made me sign something. The mailman. What? The mailman came, he made me sign something.
now she's with Yaman. Sahib is with. So he's teaching. And the other couple of things very, very good. So comfortable. Okay. Okay. Azıcık gidin de bu. It's your book. Ravi. Which work? When you are walking around the house and these things won't wait access, so people won't wait. Only when you are studying, when everybody knows, that's better. You know?
For you? Yeah. It was this one. Yeah.
What was wrong with it? The question was wrong? Did you check?
For the baby, the
Oh, your book!
Your book.
Thank God.
Celebrate.
Celebrate.
I was celebrating, you know?
You got his book. It's $40.
Your
Is
book.
this online free?
I don't know. I'm on my way. Huh?
What did you get? What did you get?
Yeah, the team that you support, the team that you're supporting, that means that team that you are supporting the right team.
Ures!
Means that
Talin!
you're supporting the right team.
Talin! Come!
That's meaning you are supporting the right team.
Asibek Kechimades.
And yeah, it's your problem. That's meaning that you're supporting the right team. If your team is wrong. So who is your team now? Who is your team now?
I don't like any one of them.
What about the Phoenix Suns? Huh? The Suns traded Chris Paul. They traded Chris Paul. Chris Paul into the Warriors. He wants to win. All right. So San Diego has advantage for the first quarter, obviously, because, you know, I guess I just throw them and I just like realized that it's wrong to just throw them because now I lost all of them. I don't know where they are. And Breeze is on the bench. Irving, Manning. He's injured, so we have to take him in. It's stressful, man. No, it's a waste of my time. Good job. Good job. I have to study that. Yeah, you're focused on that. Senso Montanelli, we don't know where he is. Fuck, man. I'm gonna give these fuckers a violation for being hard to find. My gosh. Such a fucking big delay of games to Senso Montanelli. Alright, let's get ready to the Rumble. Oh, it's already 5. Alright. So we wasted 2 hours doing nothing. Absolutely nothing today. Yeah! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Barrick missed. Rebound by Zayn. Zayn gives it a Cam. 3. Yeah! San Diego trying to stay alive. LAS on their back-to-back game, and that's out of bounds off of Rose. So this will be their last back-to-back this season. Hopefully, if for any reason, now, if we check, right now we can check. If for any reason that LAS has played more than 4 back-to-backs, we will cancel this game and play it tomorrow. That's if any reason. Derrick Rose for 3. Do-do-do-dum. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Oh. That's 4 right there. All right. They're safe. Zayn, it's a 3, yes. Do-do-do-do. Andrew, pull up, no good. Rebound, Irving. Yeah! And usually LAS has that offense by Jabari Brown. Tonight he is out of the game. Yeah! LAS could care less about this game though, as they have played 28, and Sandiego has officially played their 30th game of the season now. Well, this will be their 30th. They have 2 more in the next couple of weeks, and then they get the rest. Wow. So when's the last game for Sandiego now that they're close by to it? The last week. The last game of the season. That's crazy. They're the first team to get to 30, but the last team to finish. Ivan Manning! And as you expect, Sandiego starting off good and really well to start off this game. Griffin, yes. So avoid injury. Cam Barrett. LAS will sequence to not play Jabari Brown. Possibly the rest of the game tonight as they get him ready for the playoffs that LAS will be in. Congratulations to them. September 24th, RBA playoffs begins right here on this channel. Yeah! Ivan Manning! Doesn't change anything about this game tonight if LAS doesn't win. They're completely opposite on their records, and there's no way you can even come back. They don't even have enough games to come back. They are 10 games ahead of them. Did you know that? They are 10 games ahead of them. And they won't even see each other in the playoffs. This is the last time they're going to see each other this season. Zayn unable to hit that 3. That would have started a blowout here. Andrew in the paint. Yes. Andrew Collin Jr. Sandiego off to a great start. Ivan had a buzzer beater earlier this season. Good shot again by him. Ivan Manning. He's a good shooter. Really great pull-up jumper guy. And he knows how to make his shots at a high level. Rose for 3. No. Rebound Barrett. And Barrett shoots. Yeah! Huh? How do you fix it? Tell me.
Whenever you are filling it up, you have to turn, you have to use the tip 3 times. That's how you fix it. That's it. How much is up?
was just thinking I lost. What's that for? The batteries. This. Oh, it's new. As long as you have it, I don't know if I lost it or if you have it. Four seconds to go. San Diego up by 15 points. They've really taken advantage of this team, haven't they? Yeah. LAS does not know how to play RBA basketball. Beep. Oh! Zayn Jr. at the buzzer. 9 for him now. 7 assists and 3 rebounds for the All-Star, former All-Star, not an All-Star this year, sadly. Unfortunately, he did not get that All-Star spot this season. Aaron Evans, yes. Aaron Evans. Robert Jett announced that he'll be retiring after this season. Derrick Rose didn't say anything. I'm supposing he wants to retire. He is in the same draft class as San Antonio Knight and Gaynor Paul. Knight and Paul and Jett are all retiring. Jett, was he also in that draft class or? Yeah, he was actually. Barrett on a dunk, nice. I love how a couple of those guys have kept their bodies, never got a replacement on their body at all. Knight, Paul, and they're finally done with the league. That's crazy. Griffin hits a 3. All have won RBA championships at one point or another. Manning, yes, Ivan Manning for 3. He is such a good shooter. You know, he is so talented at what he does. And obviously they would want to play Jabari Brown tonight. Cam Barrett, look at the scoreboard without him. He is their main core guy. LAS keeping it close though. Irving in the paint. Oh yeah, accelerates it a little. Nice slam by Kevin Irving. Griffin missed, rebound, Ivan in the paint! Manning taking care of business tonight. And this San Diego team, they are ready for a playoff run. I can tell you that already. So when they push into the 6th seed, don't be surprised. Yeah, maybe even farther than that. I don't know. They can push really deep into those playoffs. A win tonight will make them 10-20, and then 2 more wins, you get 12-20. I mean, you have to beat your divisionals, though. That's an important factor towards it. So if San Diego's last place in their division, they're not going anywhere this year. I'm sorry to tell you, unfortunately. But if they win at least 2 series, I mean, they're tied with LAW. Denver beat them, though. LAS beat them as well. And Nevada beat them. So they're tied with LAW for that last spot. And we already know if they don't beat LAW, they're not going anywhere. They're not making playoffs if they don't beat LAW. I hope you know that. And defensive foul by Ryan Griffin. There's Barrick for 3. Bang! Robbie Barrick. Doo-doo. Yeah, well, we have an update on Jabari Brown. He will not be returning tonight. We wanted to make sure of this, and the injury was too severe. He needs to get extra time off. He will be unavailable the rest of the night. Yeah, well, unfortunately for LAS, they're already down in this game, and it does not look good for them. Most of the LAO! Andrew Collins Jr. throws it down. Yeah, Brown was sitting right there in the corner over there waiting to come in. They did one more analysis, and he didn't pass the scanning. He didn't pass the scanning, and they announced that he cannot play tonight. That it's going to take more than 24 hours to get that surgery under its way and get him back to where he was before his injury. Ivan Manning for 3. That's all right. It's not that important of a game anyways. The Los Angeles Superior play again at home against San Antonio on September 2nd. Zayn with a turnover and out of bounds. Here is Rose for 3 up the rim and in. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Aaron Evans for 3. Evans. Sandiego has shot in the bowl 74% tonight. Griffin 3 made it. And Ivan Tazayan 3. Yeah! Excellent shooting spree by this team. And that's what they did with the trade deadline. They got a whole new core group like this. Oh, Cam waiting in the corner again. Bang! Cam Barrett with a 3. 6 for 8. And if it's going to go like this for Los Angeles, they won't be anywhere near playoff championship bound this year. Evans, no good. Coach Michael Sly will have to make adjustments in the offseason if they do not win. LAS, the 3 seed. Manning, another 3. Bang! Sandiego on their feet. Barrick, he'll take 1. No good. And as you see here, the approachal, obviously, for Robbie Barrick as a whole. So, with Barrick, with that being said, Sandiego is only 3 games away from the 1st seed, from the 5 seed. They have 3 games remaining. So a Nevada victory will seclude them out of that positioning as well. Yeah, well, LAS obviously beat Sandiego, so that series is done. That's maybe why LAS does not really care to win this game tonight. And they've put out their starters this late into the season. Remember, you're allowed to start doing that in the 4th game 29, 30, 31, 32. This is a rare occasion that they were able to do it on the 5th game because of injury. That's why only other reason they would be allowed to do it. And they have an injury, you know? So they can't, the RBA can't do anything if you have an actual head injury, you know? They can visually see a head injury in the cranial area, so it's not going to be like, oh, yeah, no. But obviously, LAS, they beat every other team other than LAW. So, what's the chances that LAS does not make the playoffs for the next 5 games? It's high. No, it's actually not, because they clinched already.
$200 for saving. Just off singles.
And I would like to buy your face with that. Thank you. So they've already clinched berth because they have 26 games, 27 or 28 now. I don't know if they won their last game, so they're 18-9. A loss tonight will make them 18-10. And then, I mean, the worst 3 teams are on the 19th. So 19 is you're not guaranteed anything. LAW is not guaranteed yet. Nevada is not guaranteed yet. But Seattle and after that, they're all guaranteed. And Seattle is 29, 30, 31, and 32. Yeah. You can't move down. You can't move down. So Seattle's not guaranteed either, actually. LAS, Minnesota, Oklahoma City are guaranteed, though. And then for the other coastal, Miami's not guaranteed, but Boston is. That's where it starts for them. Let's start off our 3rd quarter now. It is 6 p.m. and we still have not finished this game. Damn. Lucas Palmer. This will be the first game that Jabari Brown misses this season. He barely ever misses games. Yeah, he talked about how he does not like to miss games either. He wants to play. He wants to be involved in the win, you know? So, and obviously you can see with your own eyes that it's not possible for LAS to get even a victory without him, you know? They traded their main guy that could have potentially, and has before, won them games, Derrick Rose, when he was out. They traded many guys like that. Joey Young, gone. He played backup power forward for Michael Sly when he would get injured. Or backup point guard when he would get injured. Back then they called it small forward. That just recently changed. When the 2K League was invented. So, Andrew Collin Jr. Obviously tonight, not many rotational switch-ups because of the 7-man rotation that LAS has to run. Manzanelli with a 3. Yeah! And Barrick, oh my goodness, ridiculous. Boo! Get him out of here! Boo! Breeze. Hits again. Jax Breeze. And Barrick, he has a lot of pressure on him tonight. He should be having a really good game. Instead, he's not having a good game at all. He's having an awful game. 2 for 8. 13 assists. Yeah, he does not run point guard usually for the whole game, you know? So, it's new for him, and the crowd is not happy about it. They paid money for the back-to-back package, and, you know, they got to see Brown play yesterday and get a win. But tonight, they end that package with a loss. It's just a disappointment, you know? For all of Los Angeles to be down by 30 points to your rival, a divisional rival, and Monsanelli, yeah. And if Jabari was in this game, LAS would be winning right now. That's the thing. LAS won the last 2 games against this team. Oh well, Grant for 3. Yeah, and it's just come to our interest about that it would be a closer game. Obviously, Brown and LAS won that first one, and then the second one was a very good one as well for them because they were able to take care of business in San Diego. Not something that usually happens a lot. But they took a 7-point lead, and that was lately. Barrick had 9 that game. But as you can see, he's still averaging the same amount of points as if he was on the bench. He's just missing more tonight. And that's why they gave him that role of a bench player. And that's why Orlando specifically said, hey, let's dip this guy, let's dump him. Because he's not going to be able to be proficient enough to keep in the long run for our squad. Like, we have a whole future coming in. Where is Barrett going to sit in that future, though? And Chris Anderson and Ed Thuns faced the same thing. Anderson was always coming off the bench. Ed Thuns just started to come off the bench for Toronto, who is an absolute menace to society of a team. Andrew Collins Jr. Breeze, yes, 17. Barrick missed. Finds Rose for 3. Yes, Derrick Rose for 3. The D Rose hitting that 3. Excellent job there. Breeze on the lane. Barrick finds Palmer. No good. Out of bounds turnover. Monsanelli. Yeah! He has done so well. Do you understand that if San Diego can develop young guys like Senso Monsanelli, who they traded Riley Bucket for, they traded someone else in the earlier games, which acquired him a couple of guys, Senso Monsanelli. Griffin checks in for Colin Jr. Probably the rest of the way because they have too much of a lead to even fall away with. Evans checks in. And Ivan Manning. Probably the rest of the way for them too. Being completely honest, Monsanelli makes that free throw. Here is Lucas Palmer. No. Again. And that's the disappointing part, is the fact that this team is down because they can't hit a basket. Not a single other star as Griffin hits that 3 on this team. I'm just going to tell you right now. Ryan Griffin, he's an all-star. He's like Serge Ibaka material. He's part of the big 3, but he's not good. And Derrick Rose, he didn't even make all-star game this year. I think this is his last season. If not, next season will be. It's next season's for everybody. So, just letting you know. And at this point, the way Los Angeles runs their offense is from one guy, and that's Jabari Brown. And if he can't play healthy, if he can't stay healthy, don't expect this team to make it out of the first round even, because there are teams that will come for you. Like right now, LAS, they're going to play LAW. There is no way in hell sakes that they beat them. Not with this group. Not this season, at least. No. It won't happen. in a 7-game series, it won't happen, and it did not happen in the season series either. So, if this was a non-divisional, Sandiego would win the series overall. It's only because LAS won the last 2 games, 1 by 7 and 1 by 2. They have a 9+ advantage. And they won 2 out of the 3 that they even won this season series. You can just put 2-1 right now. It's, you know. 8-3. Not a single player stepped up for LAS tonight. Ivan Manning stepped up for Sandiego and got them a huge victory tonight. That's going to be in the history books as Palmer hits that 3. Ivan finds a paint play. 3! He's made his name known tonight. 7 for 7. And he's telling David Lee, Coach David Lee, that he wants to be out of the game now. He's saying, I've had enough of the fun tonight. Yeah! Ivan Manning! 31 is enough for him to be satisfied purely. And he gets a foul as well. Yeah! Andrew Cohen Jr. checking back in. Derek Rose checking back in. Yeah! Rose. Best player on the night by far for LAS. Yeah, 21 points. Crowd loves him. And yeah, they wanted to keep Senso Monts in LA, and he is such a great addition to this team. And they will definitely look to trade him out once they get to that position, you know, for more draft picks even. Because they're going to be having a lot of fun. Especially because New York, Orlando, and Dallas are all on the verge of not making the playoffs this season. So if one of them doesn't make it, it's happiness for Sandiego because they get that pick. Zayn, way off. Zayn Freeman Jr. I want to see how much it changes, though, in the next month or so. Next 3 weeks. There it missed. Rebound knows how much that playoff rise will change as Sandiego gets this huge win tonight. We'll put them at 10-20. So they still stick in the playoffs. And there's no hope for Denver or Dallas still, unless something significant happens to Sandiego or San Antonio. But from what we've seen these last couple games, it seems like it's all but figured out who's going to make the West or not. And because of that, Sandiego gets Dallas's pick because Dallas significantly made a big deal about getting Derek Valerie. And now Dallas has to give up some core value players so that they can pick up Greg and Jenny and put them on their team as well. And they should have traded for Senso Monts in LA. I don't know what they did there. They had enough guys. They had a Harold Andrews at the beginning of the season they could have traded for. And this was an offer too. Senso for Harold, and they declined it. Instead, they got Noah Glover Jr., who is probably going to get dipped out now to one of the newer teams. That will do it. Let's talk to Ivan Manning, our player of the game tonight. Ivan, there's 10 seconds left. The shot clock is drilling down. You guys got a huge victory tonight. This one means a lot for your team. Why did you want this one so badly? They're down a man, so we have to take advantage of that, you know. Obviously, it's very important that we get these wins when they're down a man. So we got 2 more left. One on the 5th next week, and then one at Dallas in a couple of weeks from now. So just hopefully we can take care of business and come out here and get another victory. 2 more left though, and one's in our crowd, so we're excited. A big win for you guys tonight. What was the major cause of you going 7 for 7 though? Not much. Just they're division rivals. We gotta win some divisions, you know. We gotta win some divisional games, you know. You can't just lose all of them. We already lost every one of them, so we can't let anything go right now. We can't let anything go. We gotta beat Dallas up next, and that kind of determines if we make the playoffs or not. And you know, it's just about winning games and playing hard. That was a huge game. Can you describe the feeling it was when you saw that this game was over? Oh, it was over when we first started, honestly. They gave no effort tonight to beat us. We put in all the work, and especially, not to brag, but me the most. That's why I got player of the game tonight. That's why coach picked me. You know, it was mostly because you have that satisfaction of winning the game and playing hard and getting 31 points. You know, it's just a great feeling to be one of those guys to make such a big impact on the league and in the game and on the season overall. This is a huge one for you, specifically you. You guys only have 2 more left. How do you finish out this season so you can make the playoffs? We're not just trying to finish out the season. We're trying to obviously do more than that. We're trying to make the a higher seed of the bracket right now. As you know, it's not crazy to think that we want a higher spot than just the 8 seed. We know what we're capable of doing, and we got to go out there and take care of business and do it. This is your first player of the game this season. Is that impressive? Is that shocking that you didn't get one until now, the 30th game? Yeah, I think I've really grown this season as a player as a whole. Obviously, there's a big game between us. There was a big game between us and San Antonio that determined a lot, and we lost it, and that might determine if we get to be a higher seed or not, which is my goal. All season long after that loss, we won the first one. We were thinking, oh yeah, we're going to beat them again. But then they switched up some things and they did better the second time around, and it was tough for us to bounce back after that, you know. We got crushed out the next game after that. We lost to Denver after that. We lost to Toronto. We went on a huge losing streak, Oklahoma City, and then we just came out back, and I don't know what happened. We beat Minneapolis. We lost to Nevada. It was a huge game, and well, he was pushing it too much, and he said, I ain't letting nobody come in my spot, so he clinched this spot as a 5, and now we just got to focus on having a better record than all those teams and beating LAS tonight. It might have been a pointless situation, but end of the day, it gets us one step closer to where we need to go. All right, good luck on getting higher than 8. Congratulations on the win, Ivan. Thank you. Yeah, well, most of these games are already decided. I'm just letting you know that right now. Denver and San Antonio, do they have a matchup against each other? If they do, that will decide a lot. That will decide significant amounts of things. Right now, that will decide so much. So San Antonio beat them the first time around. They do play twice, so San Antonio beat them the second time as well. So that one has been finished off. Dallas did beat San Antonio though, so that's the only thing that could possibly change the Dallas and San Antonio margin. For that to happen, San Antonio would significantly have to lose the next couple of games. They play Nevada, Seattle. That's going to be a big game, Seattle. Seattle could lose everything right there if they lose that game. And that's in 3 days, by the way. They could lose a lot from that game. If they lose that game, they are in a jeopardy then. Because is that series tied, or what's the difference with that series? Seattle won already, so no, that's not a jeopardy game for them. Nevada, that's an important game as well. San Antonio can bounce on top of them. With a win there, they can bounce on top of them. That is possible. A bounce up for them if they beat them. Because they only lost by 1 the first head-to-head out of the 2. So San Antonio can bounce on top of Nevada. Then it's a whole new game with Nevada. Nevada has to make sure that they beat Dallas, and they have to make sure that they beat the other team is trying, which is Denver. Denver and Nevada right now, they are in a neck-and-neck situation of 1-1 tie. When is that game? Let's just show you that, and then we're going to go off. We are done for the broadcast tonight. Nevada and Denver. Nevada's game is in Denver, September 11th, 9/11. So very important matchup